What's up guys, it's Philly215 here, and today I've got 10 things you didn't know in Friday the 13th, the game. So the first thing on the list is the Kickstarter Perks. Now a lot of people know that if you bought the game and donated $5 off of the Kickstarter page, you would get the Savani Jason in the game with the pre-order. But a lot of people didn't realize that those donations, they went higher than $65. For instance, you could donate $1,000 and have a name and a short message on a tombstone in the graveyard at Higgins Haven. Now, a perfect example of this is one of the tombstones says John Pupolo, and his message is, "This is gonna be the best summer ever." This is just one of many hilarious messages that are scattered across the graveyard. Now, if you donated $1,200, you can name a cabin and submit a photo to be inside the cabin. So you'll notice if you walk around, each cabin has a different name to it, and when you go inside, you'll usually find random pictures of random people. But one person's picture that's not so random that you can find inside one of the cabins near Higgins Haven is gonna be porn star Diana Prince. Now, if you donated $1,250, you'd be able to name and design your own achievement. Now, I'm assuming this is what the YouTuber H2O Delirious did, because not only does he have his own tombstone, but he has his own achievement for finding the tombstone. So I'm assuming that's what he did. And for $5,000, you'd be able to design your own kill. Now, upon all my research, I wasn't able to actually find a kill that was designed by one of the Kickstarter backers, but I'm assuming at least one of the kills out of all of them is designed by somebody other than the design team itself. And finally, for $10,000, you can become a counselor in the game. Now, 4 people actually donated $10,000 to be a counselor in the game. Those 4 counselors are Adam, Kenny, Eric, and Brandon. Now, the next thing up that you didn't know is, if there is a trap in front of the fuse box, a gas tank, or an electrical generator box, you can actually repair around it. So how to do this is, you want to stand to the side of the box, and then you want to turn your character to the side. Now, you want to try to be as far away as possible, but still have the animation to repair the box. And if you do this correctly, you will be able to repair the box without setting off the trap. This is huge, guys. A lot of people don't know about this trick, and it can be very useful against a good Jason. Number 3 on our list is going to be the radio towers. Now, when you hop from cabin to cabin, you want to keep your eye out for the big red radio tower that can be in the back of one of the cabins. What this actually means is, it means inside the cabin is going to be Tommy Jarvis's radio to call him in. So keep your eye out for that radio tower. Next up on our list is going to be the free map locations. Now, on each map, there will be like a poster near a road that actually has unlimited maps that you can collect. So I'm going to be showing you the locations here, the 3 individual locations on all 3 maps of where you can find this poster that has unlimited maps. This is very useful because a lot of people don't know these locations. Next up on our list is going to be the hockey mask that says it's for sale on one of the cork boards. So you'll notice if you search around a little bit, certain cork boards actually have a small little piece of paper that says sale with a hockey mask under it. So this is almost like a little like Easter egg kind of joke thing that implies we know where Jason's getting his mask from. Next up on our list of things you didn't know is, in the beginning animation, before you start any game, you'll see one of the counselors named Rob Deere getting slashed down by Jason in the beginning cutscene. Now, what a lot of people don't know is in the beta, it was actually Tiffany Cox being killed by Jason in the beginning cutscene. Now, for whatever reason, they ended up changing this around in the final version of the game, but hopefully if they release a single player this year, we will be able to play as Rob Deere. Next up on our list is going to be a silly mechanic you can use as Jason. Now, people always thought that there was only 2 actions you could do as Jason against doors. You could either open it or you could break it down. But there's actually a third. If a counselor has a door locked and you press the A or X button as if you were going to open the door, Jason will actually knock on the door. So if you spam the button, it'll be like a constant hard knock on the door. It's kind of an intimidation factor, but still cool nonetheless. Now, number 9 is actually going to be one that I thought, to me, is one of the most interesting. Did you know that Friday the 13th, the game, wasn't the original name? The original name of the game was called Slasher Volume 1 Summer Camp. So I'm going to be reading from the Friday the 13th, the game's Wikipedia page on this one. The game was originally to be developed as Slasher Volume 1 Summer Camp by IllFonic in mid-2015. Gun Media was in talks with Friday the 13th director Sean S. Cunningham to obtain a license to develop the game. And after a series of meetings, successfully acquiring the rights, the game evolved into Friday the 13th, the game. And funding from both Kickstarter and BackerKit raised approximately $1,095,143.40, becoming the 124th most successful crowdfunded project of all time. And the 10th and final thing you didn't know in Friday the 13th is going to be, if you search around and pay close attention to some of the books on the bookshelves scattered around the campsites, you might eventually come across 2 books, one of which being A Manual of Occultism and 30 Years Among the Dead books. Now, describing the meaning of both these books and what they're about would be way too long for this video, guys, but to dumb it down, a lot of people would associate with these books Satanism and black magic. Now, when you take those 2 factors, you could probably understand why it's in the game, because in Jason Goes to Hell, they show the Necronomicon book, which is the Book of the Dead, which kind of explains how Jason keeps coming back to life over across all these movies. So there you go, guys. That is 10 things you didn't know in Friday the 13th, the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like. And as always, guys, it's Philly215. Peace!